The Land Buyer's Guide. Skid steers for your rural property. So you just bought some raw land and now you're staring at it thinking, okay, where do I even start? Well, if you're about to tackle clearing, grading, or moving dirt around, a skid steer loader might be the best tool you invest in. I'm Scott Thomas, and on this episode of the Land Buyer's Guide, we're talking about how to use one of these machines effectively on your property. Now, I work with a lot of land buyers here at landparker.com, and one thing I notice is that people are often surprised at how doable property development actually is when you have the right equipment. And honestly, a skid steer is one of those game changers. Let me start with why these things are so perfect for rural work. They're compact, right? So they fit into tight spaces. But they're also seriously powerful. You can clear brush, move soil, grade uneven terrain, dig trenches for utilities or drainage, even create fire breaks for safety. And because you can swap out different attachments, buckets, grapples, augers, forks, one machine handles a bunch of different jobs. That versatility is huge when you're developing property on your own terms. Here's the thing about operating one though. It's got a learning curve, but it's totally manageable. The key difference from a regular vehicle is that skid steers use independent track control. That means each side moves separately, which gives you incredible maneuverability, but it takes some getting used to. If you're renting one, which a lot of people do for their first project, spend some time in an open area before you dive into your actual work. Practice smooth, gentle movements. Get a feel for how the machine responds, and don't be shy about asking the dealer for a quick tutorial on the specific model. These things vary a bit, and knowing the controls ahead of time saves frustration when you're on site. Now let me talk about safety for a second. Because here's the reality. You're operating heavy machinery on your property. That responsibility matters. Even if you're moving slowly around your land, wear your seatbelt. Keep kids and pets away from the work area. And before you start digging anywhere, call 811 to have your utility lines marked. That's just basic common sense. Also, do a quick inspection of the machine before each use. Check for leaks, damage, loose parts, and try to work during daylight. If you're tired, mistakes happen more easily. Trust me on that one. When you're planning your actual projects, think through what you're trying to accomplish before you fire it up. If you're clearing land for a building site or pasture, work in sections and push debris toward a designated pile. For grading and leveling, which is perfect for building foundations or improving drainage, use the bucket's edge to scrape multiple passes. Don't try to move everything at once. And when you're moving soil, gravel, mulch, that's what these machines were built for. You'll move material so much faster than anything manual. So here's a big question. Should you rent or buy? Honestly, it depends on your situation. If this is a one-time project, renting makes sense. Daily rates are usually somewhere between $100 and $200. But if you're planning multiple projects over the year, ownership might pay for itself. Just factor in fuel, maintenance, and storage. My advice? Start with a rental. Test it out. See if it's the right fit for your property and your workflow before you commit to owning one. A few practical things that make a real difference. Make multiple light passes instead of one heavy pass. You'll maintain better control that way. Keep the machine level when you can. Watch out for wet areas where you might sink or create ruts. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. Overestimate how much material you need to move. It saves you trips in the long run. The mistakes to avoid? Don't operate when you're exhausted. Don't tackle steep slopes without thinking it through first. And if you're renting, don't skip maintenance checks. Those things matter. Here's what I really want you to take away from this. A skid steer is a tool that genuinely pays for itself through the work it enables on your property. Whether you're building off-grid, starting a homestead, or developing land that needs work, this machine transforms what's possible on your timeline. Start with a rental, build your confidence, and expand from there. You'll be amazed at how quickly your property develops when you have the right equipment. If you're thinking about buying rural land and want to learn more about available properties with flexible owner financing, head over to landparker.com. We've got land across the country and we're here to help you find something that fits your vision.